Today we will be discussing how to bottle kombucha tea. So there are so many different ways to do this, and some are more advanced, some are easier, and there are also not just the techniques but things we want to be mindful of, okay? Because it's a balance, right? Most people, when they are looking to bottle their kombucha tea, it's for convenience, right? So they could just open up the fridge, grab a bottle, and hit the road. And it's a way to achieve that fizz that many of us, including myself, love so much about kombucha. So it's a balance between getting that fizz and not having exploding bottles everywhere, okay? So we have more advanced techniques and advanced training, if you're interested in that, and other resources on our site. But the simplest thing I could tell you is use a bottle with a top that gives. And what do I mean by that? Well, I found the simplest, and by simplest I define as easiest to obtain and cheapest to obtain, is finding a wine bottle, okay, with the cork. I know a lot of wine bottles now have the caps and stuff like that, or boxes of wine, but I'm talking about a traditional wine bottle. One, you get to enjoy the wine. And if you don't drink wine, let me know and I'll help you out. But a wine bottle is the perfect, honestly, it's like they had kombucha in mind, okay? Why? Well, the shape of the bottle is tapered, all right? And which is interesting because it's really for aesthetics. I think I pronounced that word correctly. For the wine, it's just for the way it looked, right? There's no purpose to have a tapered bottle for wine, as far as I know. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But for carbonated beverages, having a tapered bottle, the neck, meaning kind of gets narrower and narrower, is desired. Why? Because when pressure builds up, you want that pressure to get getting smaller and smaller in that narrow space. There's a reason why beer bottles have that tapered look to it, right? There is a reason why, I'm trying to think of other beverages that I can't now off the top of my head, but next time look at carbonated beverages that have that tapered bottle, that neck that tapers up, okay? The other thing is, if it does get too much fizz going on, you have a cork in it, all right? Corks will eventually give, especially a wine bottle that you've already enjoyed and then you're pressing the cork back in, so it won't be as pressed down, it'll just be pressed down enough to ensure that the it's closed, right? So two other tips then, well then how do I get the fizz, right? You introduce a little extra sugar when you go to bottle. And by sugar, it could be sugar, just straight sugar, but it could also be sugar through sliced ginger roots, raisins, a little fresh squeezed fruit juice, or look, go to the store and just add some fruit juice. I mean, whatever the quality of the ingredients you use to make kombucha will be the quality of the kombucha itself, which is why I'm always promote really high-end quality select tea, right? So by introducing a little extra sugar at the end, the yeast will continue to work. By working, I mean it's going to continue to convert, breaking down that sugar, splitting it into the fructose and glucose. The glucose will then get converted into a small amount of alcohol and a little CO2, which we like. So the fructose will keep the sweetness and the glucose will pump up that CO2. Unlike before, when we go to bottle, that CO2 can't escape because we have that cork in the bottle. And if it builds up too much, well, you're saved because you're better that you have a cork fly up than glass fly up. All right, hopefully that answers the very quick tip, but run with it, enjoy it. For more, we have so many other videos on advanced bottling, secrets, tips, renegades, all that stuff, but this will get you started. To get even more free kombucha videos, to take your kombucha brewing to the next level, check out getkombucha.com/free.